Oh, how am I gonna get through this? Bloody hell. How am I gonna get through this? Got a cold. I'm at home. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. Big up James. Big up yourself. we'll get through this. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. I know it's like 1 a.m. UK time right now, but it's 10 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. Pissed out and rain in the morning for a bit. I've got a cold, blocked nose, as you can hear it. Throat's all over the shop. An absolute mess. And I thought, you know what? Let's jump on for a half hour, and just have a chit chat about some other bits and pieces. Big ups, SK Barty. 8 p.m. Fantastic. That's peak. It's good timing. It's good timing for you to be chilling out watching a stream from a sick boy in the sick bay. Big ups to you, bruv. Yeah, man, just having a scroll through, seeing what's happening overnight. There's a fair few things going on here, like transfer news and speculations and people calling out one another, which we'll have a look at that as well, because Gooner Lee called out Egal for some reason on Never a Foul. We'll check that out. Zubimendi apparently doing some transfer U-turn again. Where have we seen that before? Some saying it's fake, some saying it's a given. We'll look at that. Bruno Fernandes rejecting to go to Saudi Arabia, opting to stay at Manchester United. United fans not taking that news well, because there goes their chances of a rebuild in that case, if that is to be confirmed as well. Because if he went, that's 300 grand and a lot of money coming for him that they could have used to buy some more players apart from Cunha and potentially Mbuemo. And reports that he's going to be asking for like 4 times his current wages, which I think he's on 50 at the moment. So that's like 200 grand. So yes, United pool. What are we doing here? The United pool. It's for the love of money. Maybe that's what it is. It even says here, I spoke to Ruben Amorim and the club. I don't need the money. Bruno Fernandes is staying at Manchester United. Interesting. Indeed. Let's have a look at some tweets here while we're just chilling out, kicking back and relaxing. Just scroll through the feed here. I know it's not ideal streaming time, as I said, but, you know, we're here, we're chilling, kill some time, leave it on in the background. We're going to be doing bits and pieces. Okay, here we go. First cab off the rank. Here is Saeed. What did Saeed say? So this is from United. It says, our skipper, Fernandes, quote, it would have been easy to move there to Al Hilal. I know the Portuguese players there very well, but I want to play at the highest level and compete for the major titles. I can do that, and I still want to. I spoke to the coach Amorim. He asked me not to go. Manchester United didn't want to sell me, is what Bruno Fernandes said. And said, are we a big club? What's this seriously? Man's not happy that Fernandes is staying on, because I know a lot of United fans do not like the way Fernandes plays. Obviously, he'll get you a banging goal and a few assists every other game here and there, but in the big games when you need him to, it's like he doesn't turn up, which is what I hear from United fans. But in saying that, he wants to stay on. Who knows what the actual situation is. If that is the case, if he's going to stay on, then he's going to stay on. But what happens to players coming in now? They still need players to leave. Are they going to sell Garnacho? Sancho has gone back to United. Chelsea said, you know what? We'll give you 5 mil. Take your player back. We don't want him, is what they said regarding Sancho, bro. That was an absolute madness. I can't believe they... Whoa, what's going on here? Fake tan, melatonin, whatever you call that stuff. Cold feet. We'll look at Zubimendi as well. We'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at that shortly. There was another bit on Sancho. Yeah, Sancho returning to United. It's crazy. It's absolute crazy work. Sancho going back to United. I mean, you thought he was going to ball out at Chelsea. He started off well, and then ultimately just came to nothing at the end. And Chelsea said, no, we'll give you 5 mil. You can have him back to Manchester United. So I don't know what the story is there. United don't want Sancho. Dortmund didn't want to pay for him, and now Chelsea's boyhood club are paying millions not to fulfill their obligation to buy him. Embarrassing is an understatement. But is it that bad for a player who have had such a high ceiling to have gone to United, somewhat failed there, gone back on loan to Dortmund, come back to United, went to Chelsea, and even Chelsea said, we don't want you anymore? to go back to United, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work, bro, for a player that was touted with such high potential. But people said guys got issues with attitude and training and application. I don't know if that's true or not. Chelsea returning Sancho to Man United. That's nasty. It's nasty. Having a club pay to not buy you should be really a wake-up call to Jadon Sancho. That has to be it, though. For a club to say, yeah, we don't want you enough, go back to where you came from, go back to the club that owns you, is crazy work. It's crazy work. Big ups to BX Gunner and Private Ping Pong as well. We're chilling. I'm sick. I'm going to try and get through this. We're just chilling, looking at some transfer rumors and shit like that. We'll have a look at a panel discussion. Man got called out by another Arsenal fan, bro. It's crazy work. We'll have a look at that. I love nothing more than this saga to end because it's been a disaster from the start. Yeah, freedom. Chelsea were paying us to take Sancho back. Freedom. Yeah, the flu is crap. I don't know if it's the flu. I know it's cold. Like, the back of my throat is swollen. I got that razor blade feeling in the back of my throat. The nose is blocked, as you can hear. I'm not, speaking with the most clearest of voice, but then again, when do I ever? So that's what we're doing. Sancho was meat riding. Yo, so hard only for Chelsea to reject him and pay a 5 million penalty to United. But that's crazy. There, do you want me? No. Bruno staying, Sancho back. Some people are happy, some people are not. It's crazy work. Sancho once commented on Rashford's, freedom. That's crazy. Chelsea paid United not to sign a player. Madness. Big up Tahid says there was a new guy more annoying than Egal. Sancho supports United. The chat was crashing out. Oh, is this on today's stream? Might have to look at this. Might have to check this out. Let's have a look here. Was it on today's? On stream today? United fan. Who else would be a United fan? There's Sheik. There's Ahmed. Staffy. Grizz used to come every now and again. Let's have a look. The transfer show. Okay. Well, since we're speaking about players and whatnot, let's have a look here. Mbuemo, Manchester United. Who is this here? Let's have a look. I don't know who his brother is. Obviously, that's Souls. That's Marshall, Jay, and this must be the fella here. Let's have a bit of a look see here.
Paul, let me remind you that when we had no Champions League, we still managed to bring.
Oh, this guy. This guy's Sunshine. I think his name is Neji. This guy used to be on Hassam. No, not Hassam. Saeed streams. I think this is the guy they call Neji. I've seen this guy on the Football Terrace. I think they call him Sunshine. I think his name is Neji or something as well. I've heard people call him two different names. Might be the one. I think that's the one. Here. What are we looking at here? Blah blah blah. Anyways, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the chat as well while we're at it.
Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic there. It's quite crazy actually today. We went to Bhavs today, and there was a Man City fan next to me, but he was a fan since 2012. He was quite young, so I had to give him the lowdown. But he was like, I can't believe these players are joining Manchester United. And I said, this is why you have to understand the history of the club. Like, we are massive. Like it or not, we're massive by name.
Sunshine.
And there is an attraction beyond the simple fact that,
I have to say, Sunshine does have some banger videos on Twitter and TikTok and stuff like that. Their reactions are brilliant. So I think I saw one if you're holding a teddy bear or something. Sancho coming back. I don't know what it was. It was funny. I just laughed.
Had a poor season, or can't even say poor season. That's doing it.
That's what happens when I'm sick. When it's 10 a.m. for me and it's peak time for you guys in the States, as we call it down under. It's good timing. It just so happens when you're sick at home, you can do these things, pass a bit of time. That's madness. But big up to Sunshine.
That's not doing it justice. It's been a terrible season and beyond. But there is an attraction that if you are a player that can bring Manchester United back to some form of success, you're more than likely going to be more of a legend in the football world than you are as if you were to join Newcastle and win a Premier League. And that's the stakes. That's how powerful that move is. So for those players like Mbuemo and Gooner and stuff, you have to understand that they're similar to our age. Do you know what I mean? Or just younger. So they still have that understanding of Manchester United. Maybe in another 10, 15 years' time, we probably won't have that pull. But luckily for us, Hussam, it's happened in a great way. And, you know, I'm more than grateful. And obviously, we haven't got Mbuemo yet, so I can't speculate that it's been signed. But the fact that he's eager to go there and reject seems that this deal should go through smoothly. And I'm quite happy with that. And I'm happy with Bruno as well. I don't know how much context we can speak on the Bruno, but me personally, I'm happy. Objectively speaking, I'm still happy. Do I agree that we could have got money for him? Absolutely. I'm here for all the arguments in terms of getting the money. But another conversation I was having today is that I would much prefer lose out.
So already in the chat, I'm seeing the real attraction was 250 grand. Is that what is that? Nah, that can't be it. That can't be it. Nah, nah, surely not. That can't be it, surely. He's currently earning 50 grand a week. And Mbeumo makes staggering 250 grand a week wage. What? No, surely. Demand. Bro! Cars! No way he wants 250 grand. I said this in my little video yesterday. I just did like a little 10-minute thing. I'm like, let's just do a little transfer thingy. I said, I want to know how much money this guy is asking to go to United, because I'm thinking to myself, no Europe, no Champions League, no Europa, no Conference, 1 game a week, FA Cup, League Cup, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, sure. Will he start at other teams? Who knows? But I thought to myself, there's got to be a catchy. There has to be a catch, bruv. There's got to be a reason why this guy wants to go to United, bruv. No way this guy's asking for 250 grand a week.
Maybe 50, 60 million on him, given the fact that, you know, and sell him maybe next season or the season after. And the simple fact is that what Bruno brings, forget GA, by the way, I always talk about this, forget his GA, forget his goals and assists, his work rate off the ball, his stats. He was second to Moise Caicedo in interceptions this season alone as an attacking midfielder. I always say as an all-round player, he was better and clear than KDB. I don't say that banty. I've never made loose statements. I feel like I come back what I say. With my eye test alone, I've been able to prove that on and off the ball, in all areas of a midfielder, this guy is able to, in my opinion, outdo any midfielder. Those numbers, he shouldn't be near Moise Caicedo as the type of player he is, yet still he is. He does it season after season. He's consistent in it season after season. So if a player is consistent doing what he's doing, even if everything around him is inconsistent, that should tell you the type of player that you're dealing with. And for me personally, I don't believe you can replace that type of player alone, let alone leader, let alone someone who's got the right characteristics and mindset towards Manchester United, the club. I don't believe 120 million covers that in a transfer window. So therefore, I would much rather keep him, get the Mbuemos and stuff, and then...
Someone just said, unsubscribe, see you in August. Why? Did he compare him to better than KDB? Is that what he said? Did he compare him that he's better than... Wait, is he talking about Fernandes? If he's talking about Fernandes, even though you might disagree, I can hear that argument, but no way he's talking about Mbuemo there, no chance.
And hopefully you make Europe next year, get your little 50 million bread from that, if you can, and then maybe sell Bruno for an extra 50 million, 60 million later on down the line. If you do that, in my opinion, you've made your 100 million back because you managed to get European qualifications and Bruno goes, and of course, you're in a better position this season. So far, so good, Hussam, man. That's me.
Neji, I just one thing. I'm a Bruno stan. I am, like, you know, Bruno Defense League, you know, paid up member, might even be the operation manager. I'm not sure, but the KDB thing is sacrilegious because, like,
well,
the thing, I understand how you're trying to quantify it, but I'm going to give you a slightly different way of looking at it. KDB's ability to execute at the highest level consistently is so clear and so unique. It trumps everything. It's like
based on what? Sorry,
it's like when you talk about Trent at fullback, yeah, you're not talking about him being a generational fullback because of what he does defensively. You're almost exclusively talking about what he does going forward on the ball.
Yeah,
and that's where you're saying that the metric of what he does going forward is worth more than what he's doing going the other way. Because so that's in football, it's always been the case. Yeah, that way costs more money than that way, right?
I disagree.
Okay. So taking that into account, KDB's consistency of pass, touch, ability to execute at the highest level, like even as a huge Bruno fan, it's generational. What KDB can do is that's like once in a generation.
Yeah, I would strongly kick back on that, and I would go to as far as going deep what KDB does outside of Pep's system. Now that's not to say he's a system player. So let me finish. That's not to say he's a system player. So let's talk mature football here. Go and look at his ability. Why does his ability start to change once he's outside of that system? When I look at Bruno, out of consistency, his ability does not change. Now you talk about generational. Respectfully, when you talk about his touch, you talk about his passing. I don't think they're few and far between, and I've always said this. But I think the differences and the massive differences, like I said, I'll be accurate. As an all-round, in the
comments, Bruno is a glorified Odegaard. Bro, that's crazy work. All this for the Bruno thing, man. Really, for Fernandes. That's crazy. I mean, what is he, 31 years old? Look, as an outsider, take Liverpool fan bias aside, bro, if this guy was not scoring you goals, you guys would have finished in relegation, bro. You probably would have been relegated, man. The amount of times Bruno dug you guys out of a hole is madness. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. If I'm thinking at a stab, I don't know, United fans might be able to tell me different, but like, bro, this guy... But this is the thing. They'll crash out on him when he does a bad pass or when he, grenade ball, hoofs it, whatever it is. But when he gets you a late winner or an equalizer or something like that, like they cheer and celebrate, and then they go back to like, we still want him out type of thing. I think maybe because he's the main player there in the midfield, shall we say, there isn't anyone else really like him there. Like his creativity is probably what gets him through some games. But to still be holding on to Bruno is mad. 100+ mil. You're telling me you couldn't get at least 2 players at 50 mil each and change up that midfield? Go for a Shirky for like 30 mil or something like that, bro. You're telling me you could not get someone in that midfield to be a better player and younger at that point as well, bro. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I think they believe this, Barty. I think they actually believe this. I actually think they reckon he's on par. Like, and look, maybe stats-wise, I haven't checked. Maybe you can say there's an argument for it, but I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, if you're looking at 2 players and just on the eye test, like, for me, like, De Bruyne, like, wins hands down, but comparing him to the same levels of or better than, I don't know about that.
Midfielder, KDB cannot even touch Bruno, and that's standard. No. And I say all round.
Oh, wait.
KDB cannot even touch Bruno, and that's standard. Will be accurate in. I don't think they're few and far between, and I've always said this. But I think the differences and the massive differences, like I said, I'll be accurate. As an all-round midfielder, KDB cannot even touch Bruno, and that's.
As an all-round midfielder, Bruno, no. Wait. What did you say again?
I'll be accurate. As an all-round midfielder, KDB cannot even.
KDB cannot touch Bruno as an all-round midfielder, bro. No, you haven't missed it yet, Chris. We will get there, bro. That's KDB does not touch Bruno Fernandes. Wow.
Touch Bruno, and that's standard. No. And I say all round because that means I have to include every facet of a midfielder of what you would expect. That if anything, you could probably argue that KDB is probably shooting is I probably better, his passing is probably better, but then does the way in which you can probably quantify and qualify it is go do the stats way up to your eye test. And then all the things that you will go and look at Bruno do and go,
gives
the ball away, this. Why is it then when KDB's stats were worse for giving the ball away and his creative stats aren't as good, they literally isolate certain metrics that you would have to use to go, well, is my eye test working? Because ultimately, if he is clear, then he should have certain numbers according and attributing to what we're talking about from a creative standpoint, from a passing standpoint, from balls given away standpoint. We should ultimately see a clear difference. That means to tell me, say that one is overrated, one's underrated. Now, from an attacking perspective, personally speaking, I don't think you're far and few between. I don't think there's an argument there. But let's not move the goalpost. I made it very clear. Wow. As an all-round, you're talking midfielder, talking whatever. How is your attacking midfielder in a shitty system ever still being consistent? To the point where I could come up to an argument and go, if I took KDB and swapped Bruno around, do I think KDB would have the same impact in Manchester United that he's had as he would? Now, what's left with that? The only thing that's left with that, logically speaking, is, well, what does his individual brilliance and talent do? The things that you're talking about, you won't be able to replace that. And the only reason I can say that is because I've seen him in a great Belgian team. You don't get the same KDB. Why is that? These are objective conversations and questions that need to be had.
I want the other guys to add to this, but like, I've watched KDB my whole life. Bruno is a very, very good 10.
Wow, that's as much of that as I can handle. Holy shit, yeah, chat's definitely going out there. Yeah, it keeps getting worse. What is this? Egal's jealous. That's slack. Everyone keeps crashing out on Egal. Slow down, bro. That's crazy work. Yeah, nah, we'll move it there. I mean, surely, like, you can replace Bruno, bro. There are other midfielders out there. They can do the jobs for you, bro. It should not be that difficult. It should not be that difficult. But, like, I mean, really, to say that Fernandes, you know, is higher levels than KDB is crazy. Bruno spends 3 weeks thinking about Saudi, then decides no because of his family. Did he not ask them 3 weeks ago? The theater of dreams with the kids. Deleted as soon as Fab confirmed Bruno rejected Al Hilal. Bruno Fernandes has given the green light to move to Al Hilal. It is now up to the clubs to agree on a fee. And it's a no-go. Crazy work. Wow. Bruno Fernandes saga brought out the worst in this fan base. Venomous little mobs foaming at the mouth like starved hyenas at the thought of him leaving the club forever. It was grotesque. Cunha and Mbuemo combined is not even better than Bruno Fernandes. Bro, what we doing? What we doing here? Oh, let's watch this.
You can't have Bruno in a midfield too. You can't. Bruno does not work in a midfield too.
Tell him, Saeed. Tell him.
I thought this was going to be the summer, man. 2
Mm.
midfielders. I said, give me 2 midfielders, man. Rebuild with that money. 100 million gone. You can't have Bruno in a...
Shame. If it's 100% confirmed that he's staying, why are you reacting like this then? Don't fucking dare celebrate and chant his name when he scores next season. But similar to what I was saying before, though. When he scores goals, they celebrate, say, Bruno! And then it's like, oh, get out still. Like, you know, like us, those who want Darwin Núñez to go will celebrate his goals, but then we're like, okay, off you go now, sort of a thing. But, I mean, Bruno Fernandes has been saving United more often than, definitely than what Nuno, bloody hell. Name's confused. Then Núñez was at Liverpool, though. But this is crazy. Amorim asked him not to go, which means that Bruno Fernandes is, you know, he's a Bruno Amorim kind of guy. Bruno Amorim. Fuck, I'm getting my names mixed up here. Ruben Amorim kind of guy. So Amorim wants him to stay. Fernandes says, yes, I'll stay on as captain. And then what happens there? Yep. There's flawless. If Bruno was your savior, you wouldn't be this shit Yardman podcast. That's crazy work, bruv. Núñez doesn't score. If he scored more often, you'd have no chance but to sit there and celebrate him, which is a bit crazy. But there's the Bruno Fernandes saga. That's what's happening there. The Sancho thing, of course, altogether. That's just, that's its own situation, its own shit show. Imagine people having to pay you to take a player back. Is crazy work here. Let's look at this Zubimendi thing here now. Now, Zubi-dooby-doo, where are you? This apparently was done in January, then it was done in March, then it was done in May, now it's June, and I don't know, people are saying this is fake. Some people are saying this is not real, this is Fugazi, this is made up. But apparently, as is written here, it says... Martin Zubimendi says, my future, it will be a long summer. I don't know how it will end. If Xabi Alonso calls me to join Real Madrid, I've always said Xabi is my idol and it was a privilege to have him as my coach at La Real B. If he called me now, I don't want to talk about that hypothesis. Hypothesis? Isn't a hypothetical hypothesis? Anyways, I'd rather talk about the present. It would be disrespectful to talk about that while I'm on national duty team. Is this true, though? Is this legit, man? I posted pics on the Spanish bench while rumours said I'm in London doing medical exams for Arsenal. Yes, I did make it clear that those rumours were not true. I don't know about this one here. He's told Arsenal to F off. Drops McKellen to works for Xabi. I don't know, because apparently it was done, and now it's like, oh, I don't know about this, but I don't even know what to believe. So I've seen people saying it's fake. I've seen people saying it's not true. I've seen other people say it's it's a maybe. Yeah, I don't know about this. Long summer, I don't know how it will end. I don't know, man. Pending medical. Appears to be fake. No credible sources, including The Athletic, Marca, or RTV, confirmed his statement, and he claimed Renasel will not be verified. While the transfers are real, reports of potential $51 million move, his verified statements focus on dismissing speculation, expressing enjoyment of Real Madrid. Social media posts like this often lack context. No shit. So caution is advised. The sentiment may reflect transfer uncertainty, but the specific quotes is likely fabricated. There you go. There you go. Transfer window is open. What are they waiting for now? Transfer window is open. Would he actually stay? Maybe he says, yeah, I want to go. I'm hyped up. I'm gassed. Let's go. And then he's like, I don't want to leave San Sebastian. I like the mountains of San Sebastian. Who the fuck knows? I don't even know what's happening with this thing anymore, bruv. To be fair, it wasn't one of those things where I was like, oh, mad excited about it at the time when it happened. But I thought, okay, cool. He's coming to Liverpool. Mad. Another midfielder. Cool. We can make it. We can make do. But then it's like, I don't know, man. A good player. Definitely there's a player in there. I think a lot of people do this online shit now. I think even Lee is getting involved now as well. Lee got a stinker and hooked when Lee said, anyone who thinks Zubimendi is coming to Arsenal is delusional. That was on No Context Fan TV. 5k likes on that one. And then his quote tweeted this as well. How's that working out? I don't know what's real. I don't know what's true. I don't know. Morning, Tofus. How are you, brother? Crazy. Also, Yahweh as well in the chat. We got Adashi kicking back. Zoidberg. Whoa, Zoidberg. Dash says it's going to be sweet for them short term. They're going to suffer long term. Bought for 60 mil Sancho, 80 for Maguire, 80 plus mil as well. Could leave for free. Not good for them. Well, United in all sorts. Big up Miser, Shirky, Chunky, Fluffy, Flunky. What the fuck is that, bro? It's crazy. And Dico, the Spanish mountains must be unbelievable. Puppy Havertz. Zubimendi rejecting a Wirtz rejection pending. Okay, let's move over to this then. Let's move over to this Wirtz rejection pending then. So look here. Man himself has stated that do not listen to everything you say. I actually pay attention. I respect. Yeah, this one here. Has Wirtz pretty much confirmed his transfer? Who says I want the number 10? I respect players. Don't believe everything that what's written with the clown emoji. It's true. There's no real confirmation that it is him. Could be his, PR team or social media management, whatever it may be. But a lot of people saying that it's just a matter of when, not if, international duty and things like that. Frimpong announced last week. Gyokeres, apparently there's a bid that's going to be put through. I don't know what's happening with that just yet. Maybe they're waiting to fix this up first and then move over to Wirtz. Time and time again, he's pretty much already said like it's Liverpool or bust, and he just wants to come to Liverpool. So fairs. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say in all this. It's pretty much where it's at now. Went from KC Lavin, Cook is gagging for us. It's on Instagram. There it is. There. Can y'all hurry up before I change my mind? Yeah, okay, yeah, with that, yeah, okay, that emoji, yeah, for sure, bruv. Yeah, he's playing, yeah, I know it's international break and stuff like that, so, yeah, I'm not sure, I don't know what this is meant to be, stating, but journalists saying he wanted number 10, McAllister wears number 10, or number 17, but Curtis Jones wears number 17, Wirtz himself denies this. We shall see what happens, we shall see. 3 hours ago, Anfield selector Florian Wirtz will earn less at Liverpool than he would have at Bayern Munich. His decision was purely a sporting one. Liverpool will make the most expensive signing in English history. The transfer fee will be €135 million. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Hey, look, Cherky's a good player. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, give him number 66. That'd be crazy. Cherky's a good player. I'm not going to lie. He looks like a good player. Is that someone we would need in the midfield, though? I mean, shit. I mean, plan B sometimes work better than your plan A's. But because this guy actually says, give me Liverpool or nobody, it's like he either goes there or it doesn't. He's already pretty much resigned to leaving Bayer Leverkusen. So it pretty much done and dusted. Just waiting for the here we go, etc., blah, blah, blah. What is this? That's Milos Gyokeres there. Something, the first ever Liverpool signed shirts. So looks real. He's signing his own jersey. That's unofficial, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work. From the fan account there. Can't wait to walk around the Asda in Houghton. Walk around. That's crazy work. I don't know what's happening, man. I don't know with this thing, but it's... I don't know. This is why I don't do transfer streams on the daily basis, because shit changes every 30 minutes. You don't know what's now, what's after. Emergency stream, medical booked, emergency stream, they're interested in us, emergency stream, you know, fucking market opportunity, admire the player, blah, blah, blah. Fuck out of here, bro. Enough of that shit, man. Do less. Do less. One every few days I can hear it, but one every day on a tweet, bro. It's crazy. David Massett, Henry Tottenham supporter. Yeah, I've mentioned that before. I've mentioned that before as well. Does go a bit too far. Actually, it's a new ground beef, bruv. They do bring in good numbers. I get it. I think people are just starved for football. I would feel like I'm like taking the piss if I was to do it on a weekly, on a daily basis. But I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Let's have a look at this real quickly before we move on to speaking of person, Egal with Gooner Lee on Never Foul earlier on here. Leroy Sané or Bukayo Saka? Sané or Saka? We want. Only Arsenal fans will say Saka. Everyone knows Sané is miles ahead of Saka. This is from 2024. So January 30, 2024. Sané can't hack it in the Prem now. Why would you ask this question? You're looking at get cooked second time in a row. Don't disrespect Sané. Arsenal fans overrate Saka so much. My goodness, Sané was integral in all these trophies as well. He won a shitload at Man City. Sané. Disrespectful to Sané without any hesitation. But that's crazy. That's crazy work, man. Apparently they were looking at Tottenham looking at getting Sané at Spurs, and that he doesn't want to go to Arsenal. I think that's a good thing. I mean, to be fair, Sané was a beast at Man City, bro. That guy gave me fucking nightmares, bro. On that left wing, fuck me. Every time we played at Anfield against City, or we went to the Etihad against City, fuck, every time got past Trent. Every single fucking time got past Trent, bro. Absolutely killed me. He had his injury, bro. So when Sané left, a part of me celebrated inside, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Miser says Pep, and you got Pep, Linders, and you've also got Guardiola, Reinders, Linders, Guardiola and Guardiola, Nico G, Nico O'Reilly, Ryan Ain't-Nouri, and Ryan Cherky. Yeah, it's too many similar names there, bruv. It's going to be a man that's trying to... you need nicknames for your players, bruv. You need nicknames for your players nowadays, bruv. That was that tweet there. What else can we move on to? Let's have a look at this here. There was... what else have I got here? I know I got some things here. I'm just all over the shop. This is what happens when you have an unplanned stream and you just do bits and pieces on here. What have we got here? Let's have a look. What else we got? Here? Apparently, someone had an exclusive story about Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta telling a fan that Gyokeres is done. We'll talk about Trent next. There is something to mention. I just want to check this out here.
It's not like I heard this from a friend of a friend's friend. This is a good friend of mine. He called me last night and said this happened. He bumped into Andrea Berta in central London yesterday. And he walked up to him and was like, "Are you Andrea Berta, new Arsenal sporting director?" He was like, "Yeah, I am." Andrea Berta shows him his lock screen. He's got an Arsenal badge on his lock screen. He's like, "Yeah, this is a picture of my friend Sean Andrea Berta in central London last night, right?"
Okay.
So I called him. I was like, "Mate, you met Andrea Berta?" He was like, you never guess what he said." I was like, "What did he say?" He was like, so I said to him, like,
this guy reminds me of Ahmed. If you know Ahmed, like, what is it, AA United? I think he changed his name now, but like, you know, Ahmed, Manchester United fan, Ahmed from El Ahwa and stuff. It reminds me of him, but like from London.
What's going on? Who are we signing? Andrea Berta said to him, who do you want? And he said, look, a lot of the talk this week has been around Sesko. Like, what's going on with that? And he kind of shook his head and he was a bit like, And he says, and Sean said to Andrea Berta, personally, I want Gyokeres. Andrea Berta goes like this for a fist bump and he goes, you got him. Fist bumps him and then walks off. So look, I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's just being a nice guy, if he's, you know, just being like, yeah, like whatever, you're just a fan.
Wow.
But look, that's a bit of a mad.
Wow, you've got him. Wow, that's crazy work here. DT chiming in here, that's crazy work.
You could tell me about that afterwards. Who's the link?
We are very, very close to sorting out an agreement for Massimiliano Allegri. He spoke to us a few months ago and said that he needed to know sooner rather than later what the plan was so he could informally allow Juventus notice they can start searching.
That's crazy work, bruv. That's great. Trust me, bro. Yeah, Sancho to Arsenal confirmed after talking about Sancho. That's great. Bomba! Absolute bomba. That's what it is, bruv. Crazy work. Definitely not going to tell a random Arsenal fan he met about Arsenal's highly confidential transfer dealings, bro. That's crazy work. This Libasexual is there, of course. Pile of bollocks. Crazy work, bruv. It's mad how they do all these things, bruv. Like, yeah, I bumped into Andrea Berta and he told me, like, yeah, you got Gyokeres. Like, yeah, hell yeah, we got him. It's like, yeah, okay, man. Easy. When a bomber doesn't come through, that's when the counter-terrorists win. You know, like in Counter-Strike, when you defuse the bomb, that means the counter-terrorists win when you play CS 1.6. Classic Counter-Strike. I'm not talking about the new CS GO or 2.0, whatever it is. Classic Counter-Strike 1.6 that we played in the good old days in the early 2000s. That's what I'm talking about. Classic is what you want. Let's have a look at this. Speaking of Egal and Arsenal, there was a little bit here on Never a Foul earlier on today where Gooner Lee jumped on stream for some reason and he wanted to just have at it with Egal, basically telling him to stop talking because he dares speak ill about the one, the only Thierry Henry. Let's have a look at this here. Let's have a look at this.
We're balanced. It's like for a top club, you don't spend the amount that other clubs do spend, and now you are. Wait 1 sec. There he is.
No, you don't have to add him like that. Just have him in the background. We'd still be able to hear him.
We must get rid of Egal. We must get rid of Egal. Lee,
why are you hating me, Lee?
Bro, Egal, you can never ever talk about being an Arsenal fan, bro. You. Let me tell you,
weren't you a little bit 50-50 on the works?
Hashtag ban Egal. Egal should never ever be allowed to do any talking about Arsenal. This guy is absolutely diabolical talking about Henry.
Hashtag ban Egal because he spoke about Henry in a negative way, bro. That's crazy hate work from Gooner Lee.
Last week, talking about Henry, slandering him, talking about he doesn't know what he's talking about. Egal, hashtag ban Egal from any football chat moving forward. This guy is absolutely scandalous. This guy will non-stop flip-flop. Oh, it's this, it's that. No. See, Egal, let me tell you something. Egal, you got blood on your hands, my brother. You got blood on your hands.
You're not even listening to what
nonsense that you're coming out with. The constant nonsense that you're coming out with. You see, I'll be real. You can't come back, man. You can't come back from that, bro. Ever again. Ever. You're not an Arsenal fan, bro. I'm revoking your Arsenal fandom.
What the hell?
Taking it back.
Is that when T.I. snatched the chain?
All right. First things first. I got a lot of respect.
To hashtag ban Egal.
I get where Lee's coming from because he didn't actually listen to what I said. He just seen the thumbnail. That's honestly what I think because I never once cussed what do you call it, Henry.
No, I saw the nonsense you were saying. No, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. I agree with this. He's doing that.
No, bro, now you're taking the piss. You didn't actually listen to what I said. What did I disagree with?
Listen, I saw what you said.
What
saw
did I
what you
say?
said.
Say it, Bar.
I saw
Say
what
it,
you
Bar.
said
Say
on
it.
this show.
What
Say
did
it.
I
I
say?
saw what you said. I saw what you said on this show.
Lee,
I've
Lee,
been
no.
seeing. I've
What
been
did I
seeing
say,
the.
though?
I've been seeing the nonsense that you've
No,
been
no, no. But
saying
what did I say?
about
You're calling nonsense, but what's the
Go-
nonsense?
Gyokeres, about Victor Gyokeres. I've been seeing all of these
What's the
nonsense.
nonsense about Henri? Come back to that.
Listen, man.
No, because
All
bro,
I've
if you're
got to
gonna
say is
If it's gonna
Lee,
spark one
Lee,
sec,
if you're
one
gonna
second,
accuse
Gal.
me of something,
Gal.
When I first saw this about an hour ago, before I jumped on stream, I thought, is this real? Is it banter? Is it shameless? As Tahir says in the chat, I'm like, I don't know. Is it? I couldn't tell. I don't know if Gooner Lee actually has some vim for Egal. I don't know if he's just, you know, doing a show thing. I don't know if he's actually legitimate with his disdain. But Cass, I think, is trying to diffuse the situation before it gets worse. Because, like, let's be real, we've seen some bust ups on Never Foul in the past here. I know I had a video had to be taken down because of a particular bust up once upon a time, but coming in here with this sort of energy, I don't know, man.
come on, bro. You gotta at least know what you're talking about.
I don't really want this guy. Can we go back to transfers, please?
Nah, he's
got a
bad.
ban.
He's not serious.
No,
I know that. Yeah, but you know what is one thing? We're having a good conversation. I don't kind of want it to go left because someone's gonna get sensitive about something. Blah
Nobody's
blah.
gonna get sensitive.
Come on, man.
Get him out.
Come on, you're gonna turn into
He's not being serious.
Yeah.
I know he's not being serious.
Yeah, no one's getting sensitive.
I'm actually being serious. I'm being
wrong.
dead serious. Any
All right, let me-
slander about Henri is crazy.
Yeah,
Get him
you
out.
might be being kind of serious, but you're not
I
being serious.
never slandered
serious.
Henri. I just simply said I disagree with him on one point. Do you even know
You,
what
you,
point?
you don't disagree with him. Never disagree with him. Never.
Okay, what is he? Is he
Never
not?
disagree with him.
Just listen to what Henri says. Never go against the GOAT of Arsenal Football Club. Never go against the man, the myth, the legend, Thierry Henry, number 14. Or ye will feel the wrath of Gooner Lee.
Never.
See, he's not being serious.
Proper
He's kind of
I'm
being
being
serious.
I'm
but
being
not-
I'm being
yeah,
dead
you're
serious.
being serious, but you're not being
I'm being
serious.
dead
Serious.
I'm
Yeah,
being I'm
you're
being
not
dead
being.
serious.
You're not being serious.
You never ever go against Henri.
Henri
You never ever
sexuals.
go.
Henri sexuals versus Arteta
Yeah.
sexuals. Let the war commence, man.
Exactly. And,
Tell him,
and,
Mons.
and
You don't
again,
even know what I
imagine
said.
being
You don't even know what I said.
Tell him once.
and imagine
What did
being
I
an
say
Arteta.
then? Can you repeat it?
Listen, man.
Ban Egal.
You need to hashtag ban Egal, man. Get him out of there, man.
You know what, Chris? I agree. There was no need for this to happen. Like, he could have jumped in the chat even. Didn't have to jump on the actual stream itself. Could have just said what he said and then be done with it. Like, Gal, talking ill about Henri. Let's not talk ill about Henri because he's correct. Like, we're not making finals. We should be making finals at least. Essentially, that was the main crux of what Henri was saying. Like, okay, the building is tall. You've built it. It's a tall building. Now you need to start filling it with things, trophies and whatnot. Win things along your way. Make finals. If you don't win them, okay, yeah, you get a bit of banter, whatever. But at least you were there to say, at least we were in the final, that we could lose a final. Make a final at least. I don't think Henri was wrong in saying that. But to say, like, and then I was like, but to say we weren't competing is a lie. It's like, yeah, you're competing, but like competing for a league. That's about it. Like, if you're competing for a trophy, you would have at least made a final for that, if that makes sense.
It's not at least
What do you?
Name's legal.
I think at least you can let a gal land what he said.
I know what you said. I ain't gonna go. I don't want to hear it. It's
Okay, I don't
blasphemous.
know what he said. What did you say, gal?
No,
It's
I want to
it's
hear from
blasphemous.
Lee because for Lee to come here and say it's blasphemy, I want to know what the hell he's thinking I said.
It's blasphemous, man. You don't disagree with the king ever.
Did you
Especially
dispute it or something?
Especially trying to defend Arteta.
It can't be blasphemy if it's to do with a king. Like it's you know. What I mean?
Especially.
I don't actually believe that. I mean, Henri can say whatever he wants, and if you have an opinion different to his, by all means say. It's not blasphemous to speak out against Henri or anybody who speaks about your club, club legend, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Anyone, nobody is above criticism. Everybody can have something said in retaliation, in a difference of opinion, as Samuel L. Jackson's character says in Pulp Fiction, oh, well, allow me to retort. Anyone is able to speak up, and if they disagree, like, I don't have no issue with that. Like, just because it's on read, we're not supposed to say anything bad about on read. Nah, fuck that, man. If you have a different opinion, say it, bruv. But don't be coming here saying do not speak ill about this person, because we can make the same things and say them about people that you back and support as well.
Especially for Arteta. Especially for Arteta. Man are off panty for Arteta. That's
Bro,
what
you're moving like Henri's God, bro. What are we doing? He's a human being. He can say things that are wrong.
He
can say things that are wrong.
He's not wrong.
He can say things that he can be.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Hashtag ban Egal.
Wow.
Hashtag you're wrong.
Hashtag we need some more likes in here, man.
Yeah, I've had my issues with things that Gooner Lee has said in the past as well. When he was taking the piss out of Luis Diaz last season, when it was last season when his dad had the kidnapping situation, and he's laughing, taking the piss and whatnot. I'm just like, bruv, like, this guy, he would, I reckon Lee would just fucking have like a fit if someone spoke ill about someone in the Arsenal team who had some issue as well. Like, just the way he was going on about it, it's like saying Martinelli was better than Luis Diaz. What are you on, brother? What are you on? The Arsenal fan base says David had enough. Bro, it happens. It happens. I mean, what else is there to say? It happens. There's only so much of it that you can muster up before you say, you know what, I've had enough. All a Saeed and say, I've had enough. I've had enough. What have we got here? What else? I know people like a little bit of drama. I know people like drama. I know you people love a little bit of drama. That's what we're all here for most of the time. Don't deny it, you all love it. The other day, I saw this tweet from Lee Gunner. It says, hi Bhavs, I understand you like to appear on my channel. You know, the one that's had 1 million views in May more than yours. I don't know why that needs to be addressed, but okay. I'm free all evening, so email me, link in the channel description, and play any clips you would like to share. My chat won't be rude or inappropriate. They know the rules, and I will ban anyone who oversteps the mark. Vamos. What's this in reference to? What is this in reference to? Well, let me just pull back here and find the video, because there was something that was said the other day, and I think it was from a Instagram live, if I'm not mistaken. Now I've got to try and remember what channel this thing was on, because it wasn't on the regulars. It was on a new channel that I subbed to, little clips and bits and pieces and things like that. I need to find out where it was. But essentially, Bhavs said, you know, I've got some dirt on you, and I'm going to make it stick, and, you know, don't, you're not all, you know, clean and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, let's have a look. Let's see what it is. And I just can't remember what channel it was on now. Bloody hell. A to Z, new activity. Trying to find this video is going to kill me now. If any people know what's happening, big up Toski. I'm sick, bruv. We're both sick, bruv. Let's have it, bruv. Let's have it. We're both sick. Big up my Aussie brother and fellow Macedonian Toski. Kicking back. We're both sick boys. Let's go. Now I have to find this video here. Bloody hell. Where was it? Bear with me while I find this video, because I have to show you guys that the clip was all in. I'm just like, okay. So man's actually, here it is. Found it. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Lee Gunner goes in on Bhavs, October 23rd, 2024. It was a bit said here. DMs are always open if you ever need someone to speak to. Lee, becoming an alcoholic mess is never the answer. Just ignore it. We all remember what he used to call you and where this stems from, says DT. Oh, you want to get loud, calm, say less. I invited you on, you didn't fancy it, then wanted to chat shit. Before chatting shit, I suggest going to the gym, you fat. See you next Tuesday. Get loud again, I'll reveal more of your fraudulent behavior. You lot are all snides. Okay. Interesting. You ain't intimidating anyone looking. An alcoholic ripoff Jeffrey Dahmer. Yo, just remember you're twice my age. You have a child. You're a father. Show some. Ooh, let's go back a little bit. Show some shame for once in your life instead of making 6-hour streams crying like a child. Okay, this is what Bhavs said recently. Let's have a go.
Was it 117 games?
Will Paulinho score more than Ronaldo this season?
Not flying up the table, hopefully.
With him, it gets brushed under the carpet. No one cares. It's just normal. Bro, he's the first guy to react to other content creators. He's the first guy to call out their strategies. He's the first guy to call them all sorts of stuff. But bro, you were the worst. You were the worst. That was you. That's your words. So shut up and hold it. Shut up and hold it, bro. He's a fraud, mate. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He's a fraud. And if you piss me off anymore, I'm not trying to be aggressive here, but if you piss me off anymore and you aggravate me more, I will do this on YouTube, on a bigger platform, for the entire world to see and to basically, defend your character, mate. I don't want to. I don't really care. But you can call me fat all you want. You can call me out from getting views and all that bollocks. There's stuff here, mate. There's stuff here. And it's your words. Not my words, it's your words. So, I might need to hold him accountable. Do you know what? Next time I go on his stream, if he ever calls me on again, I'll just say, listen, Lee, I'm going to come on one condition. You play these videos before I come on. We'll laugh again at this clown very soon. I don't want to, but it's just very funny.
So you said, play the clips that I ask you to and I'll jump on stream. Well, there you go. There was the invite. There was the tag. It was all there. And he says, free, email a link. Play any clips you would like to share. Play any clips. Did he jump on stream? Probably not. I don't think he did. I didn't see anything. I'm free all evening. What a surprise. I mean, the man streams, so why wouldn't he be free? I mean, it's literally what he does at night. So what's the issue there? It's crazy work. Appreciate that, David. Thank you very much. I try. Ricardo's Calamari is a crazy name. What kind of brain dead fools are watching your channel? Has to be 12-year-olds and rival fans. Yeah, I disavow people calling him names and appearance and shit like that. But if that's what you want to do, by all means, you go for it. You go for it. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. Correct. There we go. This is what we want to see. We want to see arguments and issues. Cook this clown Lee and get an offside LDO as well. That will be flames. Maybe upload 4 or 5 videos a day compared to his once or twice a week. Can someone tell me the context? What did Bhavs say? Tweets? Well, we just saw it in the video there. This is what he said late last year, I think it was.
Yeah, who was the first to put out there an edited clip of me being racist towards Indians? With 3 edited clips, which Mo Hader, bless up to Mo Hader, Arsenal Mo, bless up to you, my guy. Yeah, because he went at me, quote tweeted that fat fuck's fucking tweet, which again, he was the first to retweet it. It was an edited clip with me in 3 different t-shirts, 2 Instagram lives and 1 of me in my old gaff on YouTube. Yeah, he retweeted that. Yeah, and guess what? Mo then fucking went off on one. Yeah, I spoke to Tao. Tao spoke to Mo and said, yo, Tao said, yo, and Tao, I don't care if you're watching this because you know this is the truth. And Tao, if you are watching this, tell him it's the truth. Yeah, no, I'm not going crazy. I've had enough of these pricks finessing people. Yeah, and I will say one more thing after I land this point. I'll say one more thing. Yeah, right. So, guess what? Mo then rewatched the video. Bless up Mo. He wrote a whole fucking thread. Yeah, calling Bav out.
Yeah, Mo Hader, by the way, if you don't know, he was the guy that was axed off AFTV for the Palestine jumper. If you remember, that was a few years ago now. Damn, I had to say a few years ago now. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Fonzie. It's like, even Offside addressed me as when the chat's like, now you know why. Like, I cuss out all these people when they talk shit about my club and whatever. I'm just like, you can dismantle somebody's argument without, like, being so, I don't know, insulting towards them, shall we say. Like, without talking about their appearance and all that sort of shit there. Like, you can take arguments apart without being, you know, personal and stuff like that. That's just me. By all means, if you need to cook your own fans that follow the same team, by all means, go for it. Ain't for me. I agree. I think Potts is a reasonable fella. I like Dan Potts. Big up Dan Potts. Yeah, so That was that little bit there. You guys have probably seen this already. Anyways, I'll just copy the video, paste it in the chat if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Nothing really much to it there, but it's mad. You just see people arguing over things like this. Lee has rattled all these content grifters. Bhavs really pisses me off. DT supports Bhavs. Lee fighting with everyone is weird. Lee's a real one. Infighting among Arsenal fans is peak. Arsenal content creators are embarrassing. Arsenal YouTubers are the worst. Lee Gunner's a good guy, just misunderstood. Bhavs is so annoying. Lee moving to Spain to escape Arsenal fans who he upset because he knows if he stayed there, he'd get a kicking after kicking. That's crazy work, man. Crazy work. Stop being a fraud. Potsy's Lee Gunner 2.0. No, definitely not. Definitely not. He does not even speak in the same way Lee does. If you want to be positive about Arsenal, by all means, go for it. You can be positive. You can also be pensive. You can be pessimistic. And you can be the tippitiest of toppities without going over the top as well, bruv. That's me. I don't know why these two are at each other's throats, but I really don't know why. I got no idea. I really don't know why, but it's drama. We're all here for it. We all love the drama. We all love the drama. 100 mil for Bradley Barcola. Would you do it? Barcola, didn't the guy miss like 2 chances in the final the other day? One of them being like right in front of goal. That's crazy. Being calm is one thing, bro. If you want to front yourself, by all means, front yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, put it this way: they can have similar thoughts on their club or whatever it is, but one is like the extreme of like extremes. The other one is a bit more mellowed and a little bit more relaxed and things like that's. There's no issues with that. For me, I think that's fine. Let's have a look here. Anything else we got? Pretty much it. What do we got? An hour. I think that's fine. What is it? 11 a.m. for me. Perfect. 11 a.m. I think I might call it quits there. Crazy work. Zubimendi. Are you coming to be a Gooner? Is the question mark at the moment here. I don't know. Bruno Fernandes. 100 mil. United said, yeah, Al Hilal, take him. Bruno said, no, I must stay. And he's now staying. Could have been 100 mil put towards a new midfield, bruv. Could have been put towards a new midfield. Crazy work. Kelleher went to Brentford, which is, a shame. We like Kelleher. Big ups to him. Thank you for your services and things that he won along the way and shit like that. Got himself a Champions League, 2 Premier Leagues, Super Cup, FA Cup, 2 League Cups, so it's not bad. Hopefully, Alternative FM. Hopefully. It's only a matter of time. I don't want it to be like a Nabil Fekir thing as well, where medical was done, fee was agreed, and then, yeah, we're not doing it. Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, the deal fell through. I don't want to see that shit. But yes, we big up Kelleher. Oh, I forgot to mention Trent. Shit. I forgot to mention Trent. Let's have a look at Trent real quick here because man is now a Real Madrid player as far as we're concerned. But he did say this. Trent Alexander-Arnold on his admiration for Sergio Ramos, and conveniently they put the armbar that Ramos did on Salah in the final, which was a contributing factor to why we possibly didn't win, but we'll never know because he wasn't on the pitch. So there's quote, everyone has their ways of winning and he has shown over the last 10 years that he is a winner. So does that mean taking players down and injuring them as being the winner, bro? That's crazy work. Not sure who I'd rather hit with the wicked left hook these days, him or Rio Ferdinand. What a vile human being. That's crazy work there. Lovren admits deliberately hurting Sergio Ramos as revenge for Mo Salah. Wow. Dan Lovren, One player Jurgen disliked as someone Arnold despises. Hope Jurgen sees this. Why are we booing Trent? This is not us. I back Sergio Ramos. He knows what it takes to win every game. He is an absolute winner. I don't care how he does it. Sergio Ramos is the man. Yes, we are going to boo Trent Alexander-Arnold now. We do not want him. He is not a Liverpool player. He is not a Scouser. No, boo him all you want. Nice one. Crazy work. Crazy work. Imagine saying that now. He knows how to win, and he's like, bruv, you know this guy dislocated my shoulder and took my shoulder apart in a Champions League final. You do know this, yeah. You do know this. Crazy work, bruv. Crazy work. Ronaldo smashing it, but he would struggle back in the league. Oh, you mean the Saudi? Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Lovren. Bring up the Balkan brother. The Croatian. The Croatian. Oh, winner Zimbabwe. Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. There we land. We love it. We love it. Anyways, wrapping it up. That was it. Transfer talk. This and that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm getting thirsty. I need water. I gotta eat something. Gotta take my meds. And you never know. You might see me back on stream later on today, which will be morning for the UK folk. I still have to do my birthday stream, which is now delayed by 3 days because other shit and sick and everything else in between. So we'll do that tonight, hopefully at like 10 a.m. UK time or something like that. And I will see another hour. We'll just kick back and relax, and we'll just call it and we'll call it a day. But big ups to you. I know it's late for you guys. It's 11 a.m. for me here, so I'm gonna wrap things up. I don't know if anyone is live now. I don't think anyone is streaming at the moment. Let's have a look. Is anyone on? Anybody? Oh, Elijah's on. Let's go over to Elijah. Big up Elijah. Maybe you see him on stream over there, bruv. Big ups. Big ups. We'll go over to Elijah's stream. Big up Elijah, Tottenham fan, and we'll wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next one. I need to get better. Peace out, everybody. You be good now.
End the stream, Dave! End the stream!